Hello and welcome to the stream where the info dumping begins even before we are actually live.
This seems to be a pattern. We also always end up talking about something. No?
No,
What?
no idea what you're talking about.
Sure.
Me and my hyperfixations. I totally don't have ADHD. I don't have hyperfixation most of all. No idea what you're talking about.
No, absolute no idea.
No idea what you're talking about. Okay, so it's me, I'm Pixel, and
Fukura desu, Sophie desu. Hi. So we are trying to let's switch our brains from one kind of mystery game to another.
we were talking about Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton and the spin-off specifically, the crossover. Sorry, specifically
the crossover.
And how much is a good crossover, and who is the best crossover, and why is it Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright?
Yeah.
The
answer is yes.
Well. That's right.
The answer is yes, just yes.
Of course. So.
But we're here for Umineko.
Yes, so, we are here for another type of mystery.
Last time in Umineko.
Rosa have a gun, and that is not a good thing. What else?
Yes. Everyone has an enormous discussion on how if to regard Canon as the culprit for Jessica's murder or not. Everyone initially agrees, but Butler decides to make his life even harder than before, and he decides not to not to suspect any of the 18 humans that are in his family currently, including Canon, of course, and he defends Canon for a very long chunk of time.
Yeah.
Rosa initially concedes, but then comes back to the attack. And unfortunately, she's basically convinced that all of the servants are actually working together against the Ushinomiya family.
What I was saying. We're gonna say.
Yes. And she asked all of the servants to leave them alone, basically.
Yeah, we have basically the Shiromiya family in a room, and then all the servants and Nanjo, even if I recall, Nanjo is not in the same room as the Rosa and company.
Yes, exactly. The only people in the room right now are Rosa, Maria, George, and Butler.
Yeah. So everyone who is an Ushinomiya, basically.
Exactly.
So yeah. And yeah, between all these people that could have a weapon, a gun, they gave it to Rosa, who is the one with anger issues. And I mean, the worst thing that can happen, and I hope you're not gonna do it because I will cry, is Rosa shooting her own daughter, and please don't do that. I don't think it's gonna do, but if Rosa...
This is Umineko, anything could happen.
If Rosa have that moment where she gets that angry and she have a gun in her hands, it would be... I would see that happening. There's a scene where Rosa points the gun at Butler that I was like, Even
there was
even Butler himself said that moment where the gun was pointing at him was like a fragment of a second, but for him was like very long. Felt very long to him. So yeah, I
guess we'll see.
The problem is that in chapter 1, Natsui had the gun, and Natsui is a responsible... Natsui got her problems, but Natsui is a responsible adult. And at least mentally stable. Rosa is not. Office died. I
I
mean,
need to drink.
probably not the best mentally stable person, but better than Rosa. For what I know, at least now, it could be that she's the worst. But for what we know right now is that yes, Nasui got her own problems with her daughter and everything else, headaches because she's carrying the entire family on her shoulders, basically, and
Basically.
etc. Yes, okay. I could see her snapping, but not because she's insane. Not because she's insane. Because basically everyone is relying on her, and at a certain point, it's gonna be a snapping point in there. Okay, I could see that, but if I have to choose to give one of the adults a gun,
It wouldn't be Rosa.
Kirie or Rosa or Natsuhi, I would choose.
Oh, okay, right.
Kira even better probably than the rest. But there wasn't a chance to give the weapon to her because she was kind of dead in both cases.
Yes.
So
in
you
both
know.
cases, yes.
Still better than Natsui is still better than Rosa.
Okay. Shall we?
Yes.
So that we discover if Rosa actually shoots Mario or not.
Well, if it's somebody else, someone else. So, you know.
Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong.
Also, you know, I was thinking, no, Rosa's not gonna die because she's a little kid. The game is not gonna do anything like that. And then I thought, wait, no, the game's definitely gonna do something like that.
I mean, it already happened, so.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it was in the ending and you didn't really see anything, but.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Yeah.
By the way.
Shall I?
Of course.
There were 5 humans in the kitchen, but it was very quiet, filled only with the sound of the rain.
I clicked, but nothing happened. Okay.
It was only accented. Sorry?
I was clicking, but nothing was happening. I don't know.
Maybe you were clicking somewhere else, so the game didn't.
It could be, I don't know.
Get the action.
Not important.
It was only accented by the sound of Shannon and Kumasawa washing the dishes. Gora was using the leftovers from breakfast and lunch as ingredients for a soup.
Soup.
Rosette suspected that poison might have been added to the food, so they decided to eat canned goods, but it hadn't been too satisfying. But Gora thought she was being too cautious. So, he was spontaneously creating a soup to be served only to those who wanted some. Shannon and Kumasawa were washing the dishes from the food that we enraged on.
The dishes that the food had been arranged on. Oh, okay.
It's a bit complicated.
Yeah.
On the inside, they thought maybe Goda should wash them, since he'd be the one who'd wanted the food arranged on plates in the first place. But they left their complaints unsaid for the time being.
I mean, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Goda washing the dishes.
Yeah, ooh,
he's a great cook.
You.
How dare you? Genji and Nanjo were facing each other across a crude chess set that had many years of experience. The game had still only just begun.
Were they also playing in Chapter 1, or I'm wrong? Or earlier in Chapter 2, I don't remember. I remember them playing, though. Am I wrong?
No, wait, I think so. I think that Nanjo was trying to kill time in...
At a certain point, yes. Nanjo was trying to play chess with someone, and I think...
He played with Kinzo in the beginning of Chapter 1.
Yes, but then...
I think he played with Genji.
I think he played with Genji after that.
Yes. And because the opening game of these experienced players had been honed to perfection... It looked like a ceremony where they just moved the specified pieces in a specified order.
Oh.
良い匂いですね。やはり缶詰ではこうはいきませんね。
開封した食材だけで作りましたので、毒が混入しているなんてことはありませんよ。皆さんの分もお作りしていますので、ぜひ食べましょう。もちろん私もお毒味しますよ。安心して召し上がってください。
本当にいい匂いですね。合田さんのまかない料理は本当に美味しいです。
Why is God so gentle?
Because
美
he's
味しい材
cooking.
料を買ってきて、美味しい料理が作れるのは当たり前です。私は師匠にあり合わせのもので美味しく作るまかない料理を極めてこそ真の料理人だと習いました。
それはいい師匠でしたな。おかげで私はとても美味しいスープをごちそうになれそうです。
親族の皆様にお召し上がりいただくための材料で作ることになってしまったのが残念ですが。
Well, if it is left over, though.
ローザさんも朝からのいろいろでお疲れ、無理もないことです。
でもそのおかげで美味しい食材のスープが飲めるのですからね。
Rosa had fervently warned everyone that they didn't understand the danger they were in, and that they must assume that poison was mixed in with the food.
Did you sneeze or something?
No.
No? I heard
No,
something,
I
but I don't know. Whatever. I heard a noise that sounded like a very muffled sneeze, but I'm not really sure what that was. Whatever. I don't know.
No, I haven't.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was like, am I dreaming or I heard a sneeze? That's all. It was probably a random sound of the rain in the game, and I thought it was. That's all. Don't worry. Why are you laughing?
It's okay. It's okay. We can continue.
Okay.
The mood at the time had led them to agree. But hunger wasn't something that could be swayed by a momentarily emotion like that.
皮肉にも普段の私たちではとても味わえないスープとなりました。できるなら客間の皆さんにもぜひ振る舞いたいところなのです。
ローザ様のご指示に背いている以上、飲みたいものだけ飲むといい。
見えないところで上手に息抜きするのも使用人の心得でございますものね。
It's an important skill in any workplace.
Yes. When Kumasawa cackled, Shannon and Goda laughed too. It seemed that in this space where only their fellow servants were gathered, they could relax quite a bit. Shannon didn't like Goda's occasional dishonesty. But she knew that there was no falsehood in his childish smile. Smile.
Smile.
Nor in his desire for people to enjoy his food. So even though it was a little aggravating to be made to wash the dishes, she couldn't really hate him. You're too kind.
Yeah.
However, they couldn't have dreamed that Rosa was calling them wolves in the parlor at exactly
Of
the same
course.
moment they were spending their time peacefully like this.
Oh no.
At the time, several of the servants heard a sound like something being dragged, and then it seemed like the sound made by a servant outside the back door when they were carrying a mountain of trash bags on a rainy day. Or maybe when a servant was returning from work wearing a raincoat. So at first, that sound didn't seem like anything out of the ordinary to any of them.
Okay, who's that?
But they soon realized. Right now, everyone was either in the kitchen or in the parlor, so who could possibly be at the back door?
Well, not everyone is in the kitchen or the parlor, and they also know, but okay.
As the servants all looked at each other, they checked to make sure that each one of them knew what that sound meant.
誰でございましょ
You know there's another one that was at least previously in the house.
Uh-huh. The servants knew the mansion's layout well. So they understood how incomprehensible it would be for someone from the parlor to actually go outside in this typhoon. Go all the way around and come up to this back door. Then, was it Kinzo? They couldn't imagine that Kinzo, who never left his study.
No. Kinzo this time said, you know what? I'm not leaving this fucking room.
Yep.
They're not gonna make me leave this room this time. So it's not him.
Would dash out in the middle of this typhoon and come to the back of the house where only the localest people ever entered or exited.
気のせいじゃないですよね。
う。
Shannon and Kumasawa drew close together, fearfully looking at the back door.
どちら様ですか？
As Goda fearfully approached the back door, he called out. And his eyes flashed towards the butcher's knife that sat in a nearby sink.
Okay, this is a good idea. Get a weapon.
He didn't pick it up yet. Because there was still a possibility that this was a member of the family.
Steal.
However, that possibility was impossible. There was no response from across the door to Goda's initial question.
The possibility was impossible.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe his voice had been so quiet that he hadn't reached through all the wind and rain outside.
源氏さん、
南條先生と女たちは下がって。
一体どなたなんですかな。
Genji took a knife with a classic design from the stationery box placed near the chess set. It was something to be used instead of a paper knife to open envelopes for statements or delivery and bills.
Still a knife though.
But it was still a knife.
What the heck? Okay. Now I'm scared.
So the blade on it could injure someone. Genji hid it in his sleeve with a well-practiced motion. Then he approached the back door himself, giving Goda a silent nod. Goda cautiously approached the back door and slowly started to open it.
And we're not gonna see what's there, right? It's not gonna be anything, I know it already.
The shadow of a person suddenly shuffled into sight, landed on its knees and fell over. Gora fell backwards onto his backside and couldn't get up. That human shadow was soaked with rain, smeared with mud, and drenched with blood.
What?
There we go!
He's alive?
No body, no proof that he died!
カノン、大丈夫か？南條先生。
It was Canon. His breath was feeble, and the puddles of mud he left were quickly drenched bright red. When Nanjo held him and turned him face up, there was a deep, gruesome wound right in the center of his chest, as though he'd been stabbed there by a spear or something. Even now, deep red blood poured out from there.
これはひどいですよ。どうしましょう。救急箱ですか。救急箱ですか。
カノンさん、傷口に手を当ててしっかり押さえてください。使用人室のベッドに運びましょう。
さあカノンさん、 しばらく我慢してください。
しっかりして。もう大丈夫よ。だから傷口から手を離さないで。
とにかくシオニースへ運ぼう。熊沢ローザ様にカノンが見つかったことの報告を。
Well, now that I think about it, technically the epitaph doesn't say that they had to be killed.
Right.
So they
Just
had
that apart.
to get apart. So
Yes.
technically, it's still
Technically.
correct.
Also, it's Beatrice. She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah. I mean, epitaph. Yeah, let's say I do that, but then I do whatever I want.
ローザ様にはダメ。
待ってください。カノンさんがローザ様には
What?
ダメだと言っています。
どういう意味なの、カノン君。
今はいい。早くシオニースへ運ぼう。熊沢、ローザ様にはまだお伝えするな。カノンに事情を聞いてからにする。
I told them not to tell Rosa right after appearing in this state.
I mean, that must be important.
This could only mean something very disquieting. An eerie anxiety rose to their faces.
さあ皆さん、急いで運びましょう。早く早く。
Also, even in chapter 1, it was hit in the chest.
In the chest. Yes, exactly. Cannon's wound was unbelievably deep. And judging from Nanjo's pale face, it was a miracle that he was still conscious.
これは何か槍のようなもので刺されたようです。肺まで届いてなければなんとか持つかも。とにかく止血を。
Ugh. No matter how much Nanjo tried to wipe off that gushing deep red blood, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it, he couldn't do it, he wiped it all away.
Yeah.
And each time, the wound was aggravated, causing Kanon to cry in anguish.
Oh man.
カノン君、カノン君、カノン君、しっかりして、しっかりして。
南條先生、替えのタオルです。なんてむごい。
容体はどうですか。
本音を言うと生きているのが信じられん深手だ。
I mean, it's a chair, so.
刺されどころが不運だったかもしれん。
What do I mean?
I mean, it's more resilient, that's what I mean.
Sure.
だが出血がひどすぎる。輸血が必要だが明日まで無理だ。
Yeah, how can you do that without equipment?
Yeah.
So.
ローザ様が僕たちを。
2 hours.
喋らないで、カノン君。傷口が開いちゃう。ローザ様がやってきて、お嬢様と僕は。
Huh?
なんです
What?
ローザ様が。おお、そんなことって、そんなことって。
間違いないのか。
間違いなくローザ様でした。
さあもう喋らないで。熊沢さん、もう一つの救急箱を取ってください。
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
He said Rosa-sama came to us, so was it Rosa that told Beatrice to kill them? Or something like that?
We just know that Beatrice came to them and did stuff through
Yeah.
the goat and the sisters. That's all we know.
Yeah. We'll see.
源氏さん、ローザ様がなんてことはあり得るのでしょうか。
わからん。
I
What?
I'm debating whether to remind you of something or not. If we want to believe what we saw, this is a reminder that we saw Canon dying.
Yeah. And that's why I'm confused here now.
We saw Canon dying in the same room as Jessica.
Yeah.
We knew what happened, and it seems like they both knew what happened when the spirits, let's call them spirits, were listening to the conversation between Roz and Bucky.
That is also why I'm confused, because there was literally the ghost of Canon.
Okay, keep that in mind.
Wait.
Disregarding, yes.
Wait. Let me. Rosa? Was there Rosa there? Still hit. Wait, was Canon hit in the chest in the fight?
Yes, he was.
It was?
No, wait.
No, because I remember it wasn't hit in the chest.
Because Jessica took the hit?
Yeah, Jessica took the hit. That
Jessica,
was supposed to go into his chest. This is canon from chapter 1.
Remind me, because honestly, I don't remember. Where was this canon hit, if you remember?
If I remember, it was hit in the back.
I think Jessica was hit in the back.
Yes,
Because
and also
she shoved herself into
yes, and also him, if I recall,
Okay.
because I remember one of the stake hitting him, going behind him and hitting him, but I may be wrong. However, even if I'm wrong about that, and he was still hit in the chest, he was definitely dead. We saw the ghost and everything. This is canon from chapter 1. What the fuck?
Shall I continue? Or do you have more conjectures?
This is definitely no. This is canon from chapter 1. I'm not bringing this. I'm not believing that it's the same canon that we seen there, because also Beatrice herself said she was moving the corpse in another place because she wasn't believing that she didn't want them to be together, and she said he was definitely dead. And why lie at that moment? No one was looking.
Okay, I kind of like this direction.
No one was looking at that moment. Also, he was definitely dead. We see him die. There's an actual scene where we see him die, and now he's up and talking. I mean, it's not the best in the best shape it could be, but still. And also the wound in this precise spot where it was hit in chapter 1. Even if it was this, let's pretend it was the same in chapter 2. I'm gonna rewatch it when we finish this, or tomorrow, that part. But I am sure he was hit in the chest. He's losing a lot of blood because he removed the weapon that he got hit with. Because if you remove the, it's basically like it blocks the blood loss. If you
you're talking about chapter 1.
Chapter
right?
1 right now. Yes.
Okay.
He was hit in the chest by
weapon.
one of the stakes. He removed it himself with his hands.
Yes. Exactly.
And then lost a
yes.
lot of blood. Because... and that's basically how he died. Because probably if he would have left it there, it was probably that in any case. But let's say you die earlier if you do that.
Okay.
They tried to save
I'm
him
going.
and
Yes?
all of that, but it was too late. So, yeah, no, it's definitely canon for chapter 1. What were you saying?
I'm going to tell you one thing.
Mm-hmm.
That the position of the wound is air quotes not so relevant.
Okay.
But it's good that you mentioned it because all of the elements that we have should make you suspicious. So
No,
that's good.
Okay, that's why I was working like I was thinking like that. Even if it's the same point, let's pretend it's the same point and it's not really important. We actually saw a ghost of both Canon and Jessica.
Jessica, yes.
So that meant they are dead. Ooh, what the heck? They are dead for real, for real.
For real, for real.
So, even if it's not that, they were actually dead. And there was also that scene where they say that Canon stopped breathing and also Jessica and all of that. And I mean, if one stopped breathing, it means he's kind of dead.
It's kind of dead. Just kind of dead.
So there are two chances here. Also, hi Hille, welcome. There are two chances here. One, Canon came back as a zombie, but I don't think. Two is Canon from chapter 1. And don't ask me how that happened because I have no fucking idea, but it's definitely that what happened.
Okay.
The only thing I don't understand, and maybe because I don't really remember, and it could be, is what does that have to do with Rosa? Because it's saying Rosa came and something. Maybe I don't remember.
I'm just going to remind you because of this I'm pretty extremely sure. We haven't seen Rosa in the entire scene when Jessica and Canon were killed. They were killed by the goats and the goats.
Yeah,
and the
no.
sisters.
Rosa wasn't there. No, I'm not. I'm talking about chapter 1 right now.
Oh.
I was talking about chapter 1
wait.
right now. I don't remember when Rosa comes in the scene at that point. But it could be. No, Rosa was dead already or not? Man, I don't remember.
Rosa, wait, wasn't Rosa killed during the first?
The first 6. Yes. Yes.
She was killed.
She was killed at the beginning.
Between the first 6, so she wasn't there at all.
Okay, so.
Canon was the third Twilight.
Yeah. It's like it was hit the chest and.
Got to the chest.
And killed. So. I'm confused. Maybe it's even another timeline that we haven't seen it. I don't know, because
I will let this scene end, and then I'm going to repeat you one sentence from the castle.
Yeah. Let's. Oh wait, I think what you mean, but let's just finish this.
No. Say it.
That she was kind of going to help a little bit.
No, that's not the one.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Did you read this?
No.
Okay.
It's regarding Nanja and Kumasawa, who were struggling hard and stained with blood as they tried to stop the bleeding. Genji and Goda faced each other. Because what if what Canon had said was the truth? Rosa was the culprit to kill Jessica. Canon screamed even more hatefully. His hate-filled voice made it seem like he was seeing Jessica being harmed right before his eyes.
確かに ローザ様がお嬢様を殺す理由はあるかもしれない。
Yeah, money, like everyone else.
Money. She needs a lot of money.
Right
Right
now.
now.
Oh, that we know that now.
後ろ宮家が全滅すれば、遺産はすべてローザ様のもの。
Also, she's the youngest one, so she would need to kill everyone else first.
だとしたら、バトラ様やジョージ様も危険なのでは。ローザ様は銃を持っている上に、今、客間には彼らしかいない。
And she's also not mentally stable.
源氏さん、これはかなりまずいことでは。
Oh, okay.
Shannon suddenly ran out into the corridor.
Okay, Shannon dies.
Her expression was complex and tragic, as though she didn't know what to believe.
Okay. Going around alone?
Shannon ran. To where? The inside of the mansion had been scrumptiously cleaned, so it probably wouldn't be easy to find. She might find it if she searched the rose garden, but they probably had all been lost in this wind and rain. What is with this sentence?
What is she looking for?
That's right. The boiler room isn't cleaned very often. If she went there, she might be able to find it. Shannon ran downstairs to find that in the background boiler room.
You're not gonna tell me, game, aren't you?
Underground, not background.
That would have been too much revealing, of course.
No. You know soon enough.
Whoa! Oh, wait.
Yes.
No, but that couldn't be. Because it wouldn't make any sense.
It's not anything that they've mentioned before.
No. I was talking about something else. Because I remember in chapter 1, the person that hit Canon, then they were in the boiler room when Canon was hit. And also the assassin went away in the back room that is there.
The back rooms.
The back rooms, yes. in the back door. I meant not the room. So yeah. Could that have been Rosa? But like another Rosa for another timeline? How is game? Are you really? Is this game really gonna put timelines like that? Because my brain will actually explode.
No. Can I reassure you for a second?
Okay, no, because that's
a little too complicated.
Because if that happens,
no, let me reassure you.
That would be a little bit too much. But
no.
Okay.
What happens in a chapter? I'm going to say usually, but I'm pretty sure that this
it's
happens
enclosed in its own chapter.
Into the chapter. What happens in each chapter is still important, and they're going to be referenced later on. But it's not like she got the canon from chapter 1.
Yeah, no.
Others.
Of course.
There's nothing like that because it's already complicated enough, I would say.
Okay. So. What the heck? I don't know. Let's finish this and then we'll talk about that.
Did some medicine take effect at the brink of death? Or was Canon finally beyond feeling pain? For the time being, at least Canon's painful gasping had subsided. Nanja apparently didn't view this as a very good sign, and he didn't let his eyes off of Canon for a second.
Yeah, that is not a good sign. Because if you stop feeling pain, it means it's very bad.
Kumasawa firmly gripped Canon's hand and kept encouraging him, so that the willpower keeping him alive didn't fade away. Genji and Goda seemed uncertain how to respond to the truth Kanon had risked his life to deliver.
ローザ様の銃は確か4発か5発の弾が込められたはずだ。
決して少ない数ではないですね。でもあの銃は弾の装填に結構な慣れが必要だったはず。
True.
一発目は撃たせてしまうかもしれませんが、みんなで襲いかかれば次を撃たせずに銃を奪い取れるかも。
Again, like that takes a lot of time to reload. So yeah.
この島には医者はいても薬はなく、病院もない。撃たれどころが悪ければ死ぬぞ。
それは分かっていますが、それより早く行動を起こさないとまた次の事件が起こる可能性も。私たちはローザ様にうまく追い出された気がします。今頃ジョージ様やバトロ様が殺されている可能性も。
No one's talking about Shannon the fact that Shannon left the room alone, but okay.
そんな危険な相手なら無理に刺激しない方がいいんじゃありませんか。
しかし明日までは長い。どんな手を打ってくるか想像もつきませんよ。源氏さん、こちらから仕掛けるべきです。せめて10歳理由をこじつけて奪えばなんとかなるかも。
弾は4、5発じゃありませんか。ということは私たち全員を殺すには足りないということです。迂闊に刺激しなければきっとローザ様もむやみには。
あいつは言ったよ。僕たちを皆殺しにすると言った。
Sorry.
No, don't worry. I was also thinking, so don't worry. You okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I got a message and
Don't worry.
got distracted.
It's okay.
Okay. Kanon, who they thought was sleeping quietly, suddenly started talking brightly. Almost as though he'd been awake this whole time and had suddenly opened his mouth. Kanon looked firm and steady, which relieved Danjo a bit, but considering the depth of that wound, he couldn't wipe away a certain creepy feeling.
Cannot look firm. Which one? Ah, okay. I didn't really elaborate that phrase. Okay, makes sense.
He knew because he was a doctor. After losing so much blood, Kanon might easily have lost consciousness, and yet somehow he was still intensely aware of his surroundings. Was it youth? Or was it tenacity? Sometimes the power of human life surpassed common knowledge. While stopping the bleeding, Nanjo had groped around a bit inside the bleeding hole with tweezers, making sure that there were no foreign objects inside the affected area.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you for the lurk, Dengis. But yeah, I guess you have to do that stuff.
And the great depth of the wound shocked him. It had certainly reached as far as his lungs. And yet... No, but the fact that he's still alive is wonderful. But Kanon had spoken clearly. It hatefully stated that one named Rosa made his wound, cursing and raging over and over and over.
Hi, Mikhail. You missed that Canon is dead, but it's actually not dead. I'm not 100% sure, but whatever.
There is a Kanon deeply wounded, blaming Rosa for everything.
あいつは親方様の財
Oh,
産を
red
独り占め
eyes.
するために台風が過ぎ去るまでにどんな手を使ってでも皆殺しにする気なんだ。
Hmm.
くっそ、なんて人だ。源氏さん、どうしましょう。私たちにも何か武器がいるのでは。
にわかには信じられる王座様がそのようなことを。
源氏様、信じる信じないじゃない。
The fact that he got red eyes must be important.
Mm-hmm.
I am thinking, what if there's more than one canon? You know, we know that he's some sort of artificially created or something like that.
Mm.
So, who's stopping?
Homunculus.
Homunculus. So, who's stopping Kingdom from making more than one? And now imagine Evangelion and all the rays, but it's canon. all the clone of Rei Ayanami, but it's canon.
But it's canon.
So also he got red eyes, and we know the canon that normally doesn't have red eyes, at least.
Nope.
So what if it's like another one?
Another one.
There could be many possibilities here.
Yes.
But what about Rosa though?
あいつが僕にそう意向の僕が聞いたんです。どうして信じてくれないんですか。
起きないで。傷に触ります。
Canon sat up on the bed, speaking to Genji, who didn't seem to be willing to believe Canon's story.
Oh, what if this canon is made by Beatrice just to fuck up, you know, to fuck around, just to say,
like,
you
just
know
fuck
what?
with the others.
Let's create these and let's make him say stuff that is not real, so everyone will doubt everyone else.
Okay. I mean, that's a possibility.
あいつは僕たちを必ず全員殺す。もうきっと客間の方々も殺されているに違いありません。僕らが先に殺さなければ必ず僕らが先に殺される。
Also, she's speaking a little bit too well for being someone at the verge of death.
僕が先に殺されたように、みんなも先に殺される。殺さなきゃ
I was killed first.
Yeah.
殺さなきゃ殺される。殺さなきゃ殺される。
カノンさん、あんた本当に痛くないのか。
ああ、これですか。大した傷じゃありません。
大した傷じゃないどころか。
本当に大したことありません。こんなのもう全然痛くないし、本当に大した傷じゃない。
No, oh god, I need to read this. As Canon said that, he began to untie the bandages that had been painstakingly wrapped. The gruesome hole in his chest was immediately exposed.
Oh.
カノンさん、そんなことをしてはダメですよ。早く横になって。
ほら。ねえ、大した傷じゃないでしょ。
Okay.
Canon shoved off his gaping wound, which was still slowly spitting out foamy blood.
Oh, ew.
Everyone averted their eyes reflexively.
Well.
ほら。全然
Not serious at all. Okay.
やめなさい。傷をいじってはいい。
ほら、見て。全然深い傷じゃないんですよ。ほら。
2 seconds ago, Najo said that it was so deep as it was reaching the lungs, so...
Canon led up two fingers, showed them to everyone, and slowly started to stick them into the gruesome wound right in the center of his chest. Plunging, slimy, squishy, wet.
Ew.
The fingers went in deep, all the way to their bases.
Ah, yeah, not deep at all. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
for
no.
fuck's sake. No, don't read that.
Ew, those fingers were sticking all the way into his chest, up to their bases. And then he slowly put them out in exactly the same way.
Ketchup. How bad is this scene in the anime, actually?
I remember them showing him actually plunging his fingers into his chest.
It actually...
I don't think they showed the blood coming out.
Still.
But I think they blurred it out or pixelated it out.
Yes.
But I clearly remember Canon plunging his fingers into his chest.
Still.
It's bad. It's
Yeah.
bad. The fingers he pulled out were stained a sticky, solid, deep red color, and there was even a thread hanging. The fingers were covered up to their bases in deep red.
Oh, wait. Could it be that... Beatrice kinda revived him in some sort of magic ways, and that's still him, but it's not him because she's controlling him?
I can tell you the sentence now. Berencastel said that she feared Beatrice because she has the power of reviving everyone indefinitely.
Ah, okay. I thought that she was talking about... Oh, but also that could have been... you know, the tea party.
No, it's just generally.
Yeah,
I mean, Beatrice is Beatrice, right?
Yes, but I thought she was talking about the fact that at the end of chapter 1, everyone was revived.
In that sense.
In that sense. But
it's
a
little more broad than that.
Yeah, so she can make basically, let's call them zombies, but
yes,
just to have a world that can describe them a little bit.
Yes. So Canon having red eyes.
It's because of that.
Wait. Yes. At that moment, the door was slammed open and Shannon appeared. Finally! Even after she saw Canon stained with flesh blood, her impregnable expression didn't falter.
Yeah, 姉さん。どこへ行っていたの？僕が既得だというのに。一体どこへ？
ボイラー室に行ってきたの。探し物があって、それより確かめたいの。あなたは本当にカノン君。
It was only natural. Everyone believed he was Canon.
But it's not him. I mean, it's him, but it's not him.
So they couldn't understand the meaning of Shannon's question. When they looked, they noticed that Shannon was holding a handkerchief in her hand. It was filthy and looked like it had been used to wipe up some trash or dust. And while holding that, she approached Canon, drawing closer to his feet.
なんだい、それは。
クモの巣を拭き取ったハンカチよ。
なんでそんなものを？
カノン君なら平気だろうけど、もしあなたにとってクモが天敵だったなら嫌うかなって思って。
Natural enemy?
やだな。僕がどうして雲を嫌うの？
ごめん、試すね。
シャノンさん。
When Shannon brought that handkerchief close to Cannon's eye, something happened in an instant.
Oh, he used like a sword thingy.
It happened all at once. The human eye couldn't have followed it. Cannon jumped like a wild goat, fleeing from the thing Shannon was holding. Then, from his arm, some kind of afterglow flashed purple and drew a curve through space. That arc, which drew 3 beautiful purple curves, traced across the throats of Nanjo and Kumasawa, who had been tending to him. And, in an instant, Nanjo's and Kumasawa's throats opened like gaping mouths, and then the blood really started spewing out. The third purple curve should have traced across Shannon's throat. But Shannon wasn't there. Because Genji, who was behind her, had wrapped his own arm around Shannon's neck and pulled her back. This all happened in an instant.
Oh, Genji is also furniture. So yeah, makes sense.
In the instant it took Goda to think fast in an attempt to understand this scene, the frozen moment in time shattered. Blood was gushing from Nanjo and Kumasawa's torn open necks. Cannon jumped and kicked off a picture frame that had been hanging from the wall behind him, springing forward just like a cat and aiming from Shannon's throat again. But Cannon's target once again disappeared in front of him. Because Genji had pulled Shannon again, and the two of them had fallen to the ground in a defensive crouch.
Of course.
Even Goda was no fool. Even if he couldn't fully understand what was going on, he at least realized that that if this cannon wasn't seized, his own life would also be in peril. He sprung at Cannon with his huge body, pushing him against the wall with all his weight and physical strength.
Wait, didn't he hit Goda's throat? I thought he did.
Nope. No. He cut Nanjo and Kumasawa and tried to hit Shannon, but Genji avoided that for her.
Yeah,
so Goda was
I probably have misread, and that's why. Okay.
That's okay. Another purple curve was drawn from the tips of the fingers on Cannon's right hand. And when he raised that hand with like a sword, aiming for Goda's back, there was a loud thunk. Because Cannon's raised hand had been pinned to the wall. He couldn't tear his palm away from the wall. Sticking out from it was the knife Genji had thrown.
Okay.
Under normal circumstances, it would have been surprising to see someone as old as Genji handle a knife so skillfully. But in this abnormal space, no one paid it much mind.
Genji-sama, これを。
Genji took the handkerchief with the spider web stuck to it from Shannon. Okay. And he approached Cannon, who was pinned to the wall by Goda's massive body and the knife.
やめろそれは近づけるなやめろやめ
Oh, that sounds painful.
Yep.
Is this a melting / burning sound that we hear?
Yes, burning sound. The same sound that we heard when Beatrice tried to touch the doorknob.
Yeah. That's why I remember.
When Genji pushed the handkerchief up against Cannon's face, there was a sound just like setting meat on a red-hot iron plate.
Okay, yeah.
Of course, the smell was the same too. And he was horribly burned, festering in filthy red and black and crying out in his death throes. Cannon's body burst open and scattered. It was almost as though a balloon filled with gold leaf had popped. The entire servant room was completely buried under a storm of gold leaf. No, a cloud of gold butterflies. Those butterflies began to softly fade, as though into water, or rather, into the empty air itself. And afterwards, all that was left was the 3 survivors sitting on their butts, stained with blood. However, not everyone was nearly stained with blood. Some of them were lying on the ground, spurting out blood themselves.
熊沢、南條先生。
Slits so sharp they look like they'd cut your finger if you touched them open wide. And large amount of blood kept pouring out.
Man, if you're cut like that, there's not much hope for you.
何だったんだ。いや、今のは。
ゴーダ、怪我はないか。
私は大丈夫です。しかし、私たちは何を見たんだ。何があったんです。私はあれを確かにこの手でこの壁に押し付けていたのに。
I mean, seeing all of that all at once, not really understanding, that's the only reaction.
私が何があったのか理解できない。
Goda looked at his own hand. The bright red blood left from his scuffle with Canon definitely remained. And yet, Canon was nowhere to be seen. Because he had disappeared. He had transformed into gold butterflies and scattered. Goda kept screaming alone, without a clue about what was going on.
Oh.
Oh, Canon maybe? Or Nanjo and Kumasawa, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe all of them.
Oh, also Canon!
Yeah.
Oh, now he's red though, not grey. There's no corpse, and yet he's dead. The witch said so in red, so he definitely is dead, even though there's no corpse.
That's right, she said it in red.
Red. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I forgot about that
easier.
as well. But yeah, basically she used the corpse.
As she wanted. Died in the servant room, her throat sliced open by a sharp blade or something similar. The finishing touches are yet to come.
And also...
Died in the servant room, his throat sliced open by a sharp blade or something similar. However, this alone isn't enough.
Finishing touches are yet to come. So... Wait a moment.
Tips up.
Yes. Uh-huh. No, this is...
We are not following for now.
Yeah, not for now.
Shannon sobbed in front of Nanjo's and Kumasawa's remains. As Genji watched over her, silent as always.
Oh. No, okay. I was expecting Butler and Beatrice. Because, you know, usually
also,
there's that...
Me too, actually.
Okay, so... Now we know that if someone has red eyes, it's basically a zombie or something like that. There's probably gonna be I don't know if there's gonna be a word for how you call someone that is revived, but let's call them zombies because it's something weird.
Yeah, let's call
used
them like that, it's fine.
So...
Oh, this soundtrack.
Basically, Beatrice was using Canon's body as a puppet and letting him say whatever she wanted and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Okay, now it makes much more sense. I was overcomplicating things probably, but still,
Yes.
okay.
But I like your interpretation of stuff.
Because I remember, I didn't remember how Kanon was killed before, but I remember clearly that in chapter 1 it was hit in the chest. I was like, wait, is that Kanon from chapter 1? And even if it couldn't be on purpose that they were killed in the same way to make you doubt that it's the actual Kanon from this chapter, so you know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but
yeah.
that's why I said that the position of the wound is not that relevant, because I think it was just chosen because it was extremely impactful and extremely hard to miss, that it was so deep that it's basically impossible for him to have survived.
Yeah.
Because I remember that scene where
even
this attitude.
even Nanjo said that
in the very beginning, yes.
At the very beginning, like, there was this wound is too deep. It's like strange that he's actually breathing. Oh, they are explaining it to Rosa.
They are trying.
シャノン、無事でよかった。君に何かあったら僕は。
There's one thing I don't understand. What is the thing about the spider web? Oh, because it's butterflies, and if they go on a spider web, they get eaten or something. Is it just that?
I'm going to be honest and admit that I don't remember. But it could be something like that,
because
or I think I defaulted to maybe it's one of Beatrice's
counter spell or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Because
one of her weaknesses.
It wasn't very clear, but now that I think about it, you know, butterflies. If I have to think about a predator of a butterfly, it could be a spider. So it goes If a butterfly goes to a spider web, it's dead basically because it's gonna get eaten.
Just give me a second. Oh, I found the actual anime episode by looking up the spider web.
Oh, okay.
Second half. It's this one. Kanon, Genji. Yeah, no. Doesn't say anything. I'm not too sure if they say something specific about that. I think it was just passed as this is your weakness, take it.
Okay, yeah. But if I have to think about why, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. You know, butterflies, spider web.
I would like that. Yes, I would like that.
Could be. Okay.
庄司様。ジョージ君、少し静かにして。
Also, it seems like Shannon doesn't have the blade. At least right now.
We never see that. We never saw.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, probably no. We didn't see even Genji, but the thing is, she didn't have the reflexes to. Shannon didn't have the reflex to avoid the undead Kanon's attacks, but Genji did. So it means that maybe Genji could have done something, even if he doesn't have like the blade thing. It could have done something like that, but
maybe
Shannon didn't have those reflexes, so who knows? She avoided only because Genji made her pull her away. So
helped her. Yes.
あなたたちの目の前で殺人が行われたんでしょ。犯人を見たの？見ないの？
それがその何と説明すればいいのか。
Yeah, kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
ケンジさん。
Please help me.
私たち見たものをうまく説明できません。
Okay, good explanation.
This is the most preoccupied Genji voice line I've ever heard.
Yeah.
確かにそれは私たちの目の前で起こりました。
And Genji's usually very unexpressive, so...
Yes.
私の目の前にいた。だけれどあれは何だったんだ、私にもわからないんです。
何を言ってるの？あなたが出会ったのは昨夜から所在不明の魔女ベアトリーチェか行方不明になっているカノンかのどちらかしかありえない。
You could say it was hair somehow.
Yes. I mean, indirectly.
Yeah, indirectly.
Indirectly.
Still.
それだけでも答えられるでしょう。
Killed by a chair. By an undead chair.
ローザおばちゃん、少し落ち着けって。目の前で二人やられりゃ誰だって混乱だってする。
Butler with a little bit of common sense.
Thank you, Butler.
焦らなくていいぜ。何があったのか順を追って話してくれ。
それが何を私は言えばいいのか。
Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san had been killed. We understood that much. And it seemed that it had occurred in front of these people's eyes. But even so, they spoke awkwardly. They admitted that they had definitely seen the crime with their own eyes. But when asked to explain what they had seen, their mouths went suddenly shut. I could understand why Count Rosa was irritated and flaring up.
I have only one thing to say. Butler explained that. Because it's very... How do you explain that without magic? Because these... Honestly, I wouldn't even know.
シャノン、君は見たのかい？南條先生が襲われるところを。僕に教えて、分かることだけでもいい。一体何があったの？
勝手口に来たんです。
そうです。勝手口に誰かがやってきて、そして誰だろうと私は扉を開けました。
勝手口に誰か？それは誰？
最後まで言わせてやれ。それから、
そいつは血まみれで大怪我をしていました。私たちは使用人室に運び、すぐに南條先生がとても深い傷でした。
だからそれは誰のことなの？
わからないんです。確かに最初はそうだと思っていました。いや、今でもそうだと思ってるんです。でもあれは一体わからない。わからない。
In a manner that didn't match his large body, Gora held his head and scratched at it. I didn't have a clue if he was confused because he couldn't remember, or because he'd seen something terrifying and couldn't accept it. And Shannon looked the same way. If she let her guard down, what she'd seen just a short while ago would quickly melt away like a daydream. And she wouldn't be able to remember anything. That's what she looked like. Only Genji looked composed as usual.
But yeah, but it's Genji, so you know.
Yes. So the questions were naturally directed at him. However, even Genji took quite some time before he spoke, and he had to gather his thoughts.
源氏さん、あなたは見たんでしょう。勝手口に来たのは誰？
はじめ、私たちはその人物が
Oh,
カ
he
ノンであ
managed.
ると。
ほら、
Okay, just calm down, lady, though.
やっぱり生きていたでしょ。
Yes, but actually no.
私の推理は正しかった。
はじめはってことは、後にその認識は変わるってこと？はい。
その後に起こったことは口では説明できません。南條先生と熊沢を殺し、そして姿を消しました。その時彼は間違いなくカノンではありませんでした。
そうなんです。源氏さんの言う通りなんですよ。口ではとても説明できない。
君も同じ意見なのかい？
はい、私も同じことしか申し上げられません。
If we give their claims the benefit of the doubt, it means that Aunt Rosa's first conclusion was correct.
But
Canon had appeared near the back door to the kitchen with a serious injury. Then, he had been taken to the servant room and cared for. And after that, something terrifying had happened. So, were these people so convinced that Canon-kun couldn't possibly have done such a thing? That they started to suspect of whether it had even been Canon-kun at all?
yeah, and where's the body after that though?
In other words, that means Canon-kun did appear. No matter how confused they are, no matter how they muddle their words, that's what it means in the end. So, does it mean that, after all, Canon-kun used some trick to escape that room, even though it was locked? No, that doesn't matter anymore. The real problem is that Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san were killed. Aunt Rosa had claimed that Canon-kun was behind this from the very beginning. No matter how confused these people are, no matter how much they try to deny it, they're halfway confirming that she was right. But even so, for some reason, I felt like their awkwardness couldn't be explained by confusion alone. What did they see? Like they said, did they really see something that couldn't be explained with words?
I mean, how do you explain someone that killed someone else and then disappeared into butterflies? Because, you know, I don't think anyone would believe that.
Aunt Rosa, who decided that further talk wouldn't get us anywhere, concluded her questioning and said she wanted to check the two bodies. That was something I'd been wanting to do too. The witnesses had been unable to figure anything out, but they'd be shaken. If those of us who hadn't been at the scene calmly looked at the corpses, we might find something. But it was a little surprising to learn that Aunt Rosa was also concerned about the bodies. Even at this point, I still wanted to use any clues I could find to expose the culprit and the truth itself myself. But it should have been different in Aunt Rosa's case. Hasn't Aunt Rosa prioritized staying safe over finding the culprit? I couldn't really see why she would go all the trouble of leaving our barricade in the parlor just because she wanted to check the bodies.
みんなで一緒に使用人室に行きます。全員一緒に行動すれば安全よ。マリア、落書き遊びはおしまいになさい。
おお、落書きじゃない。ベアトリーチェの問題を解いてるの。
Eh?
おお。
Epitaph.
Oh.
ベアトリーチェの問題？何のことだよ。俺にも教えてくれよ。
ローザおばさん、マリアちゃんも連れて行くんですか？
It seemed that George Aniki was against the idea of bringing Maria to the bloody crime scene.
Yeah,
I mean, he has a point. But considering that Maria would be all alone if left here, it'd surely be much safer to take Maria with us. In the end, it was just Aniki's irresponsible humanism. We decided that all of us, including Maria, would go to the servant room. Would you like to continue reading?
Yes, of course.
I feel like my ring is not helping anymore.
Yeah, it makes sense. The bed in the servant room was stained with bright red blood. Not just the bed. The whole room was covered with a gruesome paint from countless bloodstains. That dreadful scene alone was enough to give us an idea of the repulsive side I've been trying to describe.
おおマリアも見
I've
I
been...
don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, but considering that it's actually her and not a normal child...
Oh, yeah.
マリアちゃんは僕と一緒にここで待ってようね。
Giorgianiki was standing by the entrance, covering Maria's eyes with his back to the room. I probably didn't want to dirty an innocent girl's retina with the repulsive blood in this room. Innocent, yes. That was surely the correct decision. I was acting tough right now, so I didn't mind. But for the rest of my life, whenever I see red paint scattered around, I'll probably remember this room and start to vomit. My retinas I've already had this room burn into them. In other words, it's already too late for me.
どこへ
Disappeared? Right after they entered the servant room, Godasan and Shannon-chan trembled. We shook, wondering what horrible new situation and the reason to make them tremble again.
どうしたの？何事？
Andros also shuddered, raised her gun high, and searched for whatever it was that had made them shudder. But she couldn't find it. It was only natural. They were trembling because they couldn't find it.
なんだなんだ。
二人の言いたいがありません。
Ah,
Ole.
so okay, Beatrice is gonna use them as well at this point.
そんなはずないんです。確かにお二人はここに。
おいおいおい。なんだよ。死体がどこかへ歩いてったってのか。
Ah, well, actually,
I mean,
そんなわけないだろ。だってこの使用人室は施錠されてたんだろ。
well,
それを今ゴーダさんが開けて入ったわけじゃないか。ってことはなんだ。ジェシカの部屋と同じってことかよ。また3つの
no,
中から消えたってのかよ。
this isn't the same. One of the two is Kumasawa and she had a master key.
yeah. So, yeah.
そんなバカな。
I mean, they were dead, but not dead. Kumasawa had the key, enter, reclose the door back. Very simple explanation.
私にも何のことやらさっぱり。私たち
Unless
はこの部
Beatrice
屋を出
says
るとき
it in red.
確かに鍵をかけて
Yeah.
私こそ何が何やらもうわからないのです。
There was a timid pitiful smile on Gonasan's face that he definitely wouldn't have let show normally. Shannon was the same.
2人の死体が消えた。しかも鍵をかけたのに消えた。仮にカノン君が犯人だとしても、カノン君はマスターキーをもう持ってないはず。
違います。カノン君は犯人じゃありません。
シャノン、僕はシャノンを信じるよ。カノン君は犯人なんかじゃない。きっとこれは彼によく似た何者かの仕業なんだ。
いいえ、カノン君はマスターキーを手に入れられたわよ。だって彼のマスターキーはジェシカちゃんの遺体のポケットから。そしてその鍵は誰が手に入れた？
そうだ、南條先生が。
Ah, right. That's right. Back then it definitely was Dr. Nanjo who searched through Jessica's clothes and found the master key. So if someone had the opportunity to search Dr. Nanjo's corpse, it would have been easy for them to take the master key back. Antrosa searched under the bed and in the locker. By now, I also understood what that meant. If you assume there are two culprits, this can be easily explained. The first person was Canon-kun, or maybe an imposter looked like him. He finished off Dr. Nanjo and ran off somewhere. Second person was probably the 19th person, Beatrice, whose location was unknown. The person hid under the bed in the servant room before her hand And while Dr. Nanjo's body was enshrined here, they waited for Genji-san and the rest to leave. Then later, they crawled out, took the master key from Dr. Nanjo's pocket, and carried the two corpses away for some reason. Also, Kumasawa's could have been.
Could be.
Kumasawa's key, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
If they then locked the door with a master key, you'd end up with this closed room.
There we go.
I was expecting that earlier, actually. It's earlier.
Yes.
ジェシカの部屋の推理を前提になかなか素早く組み立ててきたものよ。その方法なら魔法でなくても密室は作り出せよう。
Yeah.
まずは及第点というところ。しかし実に面白いが、お前の言う方法で犯人がマスターキー、その犯人はマスターキー、ジェシカの遺体から南條が回収したことを知
But
って
also
いたこと
Kumasawa had the key. We know that all the servants has one, got one, so...
Right.
言われなくても分かった。あの時、あの場にいた人物以外知り得ない情報だって言いてんだろ。この第三の密室があっさり破られちまったもんで、そういう手で俺に闇を言うしかねえんだろ。同じネタの繰り返しは芸がないぜ。
May have managed to bluff, but the move of the witch hurts bad. I can't tell I'm cracking under the thing I want to deny the most. This person's trying to close in on me from two directions. On the one hand, there's the frontal attack, where she tried to force me to believe there's a witch using closed room tricks that only a witch could do. And on the other hand, there's the rear attack, where she tries to lure me into wanting a witch to exist, by strengthening my suspicion of those close to me. In the first closed room, the chapel, she used the frontal attack, but it didn't work on me. By the second closed room, and now the third closed room, she's definitely changing the direction of her attack. However, the fact that she is changing the direction of her attack proves that my resistance is having some effect. And she must have given up on the frontal attack because she clearly can't win with it. I tried to settle my unease by thinking these things, but apparently the witch had seen through me long ago.
成功法は書かぬ。絡めては成功法と同時に進めてこそ意味がある。絡めてのみに出するは手段が目的となった時に起こる愚策に過ぎぬぞ。
そうですかい。じゃあお得意の赤で何者かが使用人室に隠れていたを復唱してもらおうじゃないか。
その必要はお前の推理の前提は今。
お拒否かよ。やっぱり誰かが隠れていたんだな。
ローザが今からお前の前提を崩す。
Oh. Okay.
まあ耳を傾けてみよう。
信じてください、ローザ様。確かにここに二人の遺体を安置したんです。この床の真っ赤な血は彼らのものなのです。
Andros begins to search through various objects around the room. Her back to Goda-san as she cried out in supplication. Eventually she found something, and for a while stopped moving.
ローザ様、私たちは断じて嘘などついては、間違いなく二人の遺体はここにあったんです。
静かに。死体を隠した本人が死体はよそに持ち去ったと告白しているわ。これでね。
Rosa showed them a single sheet of paper over her shoulder.
それは一体まさか礼拝堂にあったのと同じ本章入りの封筒の手紙。
ええ、そうよ。ここに堂々と置いてあったわ。
Also, Rosa haven't read her letter yet.
No, I don't think so.
読むわね。後ろ宮家の皆様、黄金の碑文の謎解きはいよいよ佳境に入りましたでしょうか。 皆さんに私を止めることができる唯一の方法がそれ以外のいかなる方法をもってしても私と儀式を止めることはできません。くれぐれも皆さんの目的をお間違いなきよう私を探そうとも無駄、私から逃れようとも無駄、私を否定しようとも無駄なの。黄金のベアトリーチェ。
Solve this fucking riddle, you guys.
There we go. I've seen it before. You didn't scare me. I've seen the redeem before the sound. You tried. Good try. Good try. But it didn't scare me. I am always prepared. You tried though. Nice try. Nice try. But can't fool me. By the way.
二人の遺体を儀式にお借りします。後ほどご返却いたしますので、ご容赦をお願いいたします。あと、この鍵は皆様のものです。
Oh, okay. As I read that aloud, the contents of the envelope lay exposed on the palm of her hand. There were 2 master keys.
There we go.
Okay, so every thought of Train has been destroyed. The master key that Nanjo found in Jessica's pocket, which had originally been Kanon's and Kumasawa's master key. There we go, and here's Beatrice's winning the I see.
ってことはどういうふざけんなよ、またかよ。またマスターキーを持ってる使用人しか疑えないってのかよ。
Of course.
わらわは赤では言ってはおらぬぞ。彼らがこの部屋に施錠をして去った時、この部屋に何者かが隠れていた可能性を。
ベッドの下にでも隠れれば死体をどこかへ運び出すのはできないことじゃない。しかしそれじゃ施錠ができない。わざわざ手に入れたマスターキーをここへ置いてっちまってる。そうだ、忘れてた。この部屋の本来の鍵である使用人室の鍵はどうなっている？
Ah, yeah, right.
うん。それなら使用人室の奥のキーボックスに収められているぞ。使用人室の鍵は数本あるが、そのすべてがキーボックスに収められている。
Okay.
ってことは、ジェシカの部屋の鍵の時と、使用人も便利なマスターキーがあれば、不要な鍵はわざわざ持ち歩かないもんな。キーボックスにしまわれっぱなしになってるのも納得だぜ。
その他の条件も何も、出入りは唯一の扉と唯一の窓から以外は不可能。故に、隠し扉などの不正規な出入り手段は、喜べ名探偵ども。
喜べ少年。
そしてそれらはいずれ扉も窓も、施錠時にはいかなる出入りも許さない。つまり、施錠を維持したまま、扉を外す、隙間を作ってすり抜けるなどなどは通用しないということだ。
What about lockpicking though? Does that count as unlocking or not?
I'm not sure.
Does that count as the door still being locked and not permitting entry, or that count as the door getting open? Because technically you're opening the door.
当然だが、扉の開錠は、使用
Okay.
人室の鍵とマ
Okay.
スターキー
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Okay.
毎回
Okay.
これを読み上げる
Okay.
のも面倒だの。今度これをまとめて一言に略す言葉でも考えよう。
だが、この部屋に誰かが隠れていたことは復唱できねえだろ。しかしそれだけでは密室のとクソクソ。ダメだダメだ、全然ダメだ。
お得意のチェス盤をひっくり返すとやらはどう
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work this time.
自慢の陳説をぜひ披露してみよ。
チェス盤を俺が犯人ならどうする？死体をどこかへ運び出す。手紙を残す。内側から鍵を閉める。ここから何かの方法で部屋を脱出すればいいんだ。
How?
そんな方法はあるのか？扉と窓以外からは外に出られないと赤で言われちまってる。あ。
At that moment, I got it. That's right.
I don't got it.
Me neither. The only thing I can think is very convoluted. And basically, you exit the window and you make, in a way, I don't know how those windows works and if it will be possible, but you can make, depending on the window, you can make in a way that when you close the window, if you like use a rope or something, you could like lock the window from outside. It could be technically possible depending on how the window works.
How about the culprit carried away the corpses, left the letter, and stayed in the room? There we go.
They weren't able to escape. That's it. They're still there? This isn't a question, it's an answer.
ベアト、復唱要求の前にお前の言う隠し扉の定義を確認したい。
何を思いついよかろう。説明する。隠し扉とは知らぬ人間が認識できぬ出入り口のことであろうが、そんなこと子供でも知っておろう。
つまり部屋の外に出られなかったらそれは隠し扉じゃないってことだよな。
Oh, there could be like a hidden compartment and you could be hiding in there. Like, you know, a hidden compartment like on the floor, open it, hide, and you're still in there. It's not an exit because you're still in the room, but...
ほう、そうきたか。
俺は犯人は密室から抜け出したものだとばかり思っていた。
Maybe
違うんだ。
it doesn't need to exit.
犯人だって密室から脱出できなかったんだ。だから隠れてやり過ごそうとした。
During the second closed room, I tried applying this theory to Canon-kun. After hearing Canon-kun was killed in red, I gave it up. After that, I wrote that the third person might have been in the room before escaping through a hidden door. And then, for the first time, I was faced with the red claim that no hidden doors exist. Now, move from there to what I've just learned. The term hidden door refers to things that makes it possible to leave or enter a room. Now, the word, the category, doesn't cover anything that don't actually lead out in or out of the room, even if these things could never be recognized by people who didn't know about them beforehand. So if we have something like a hidden shelf or a secret closet, for example, they wouldn't count as a hidden door. That means the third person from Jessica's room is hiding here, waiting for us to leave. Huh, how pathetic. It was all just a bit of wordplay. Looks like that technique should be enough to handle even this third closed room. If there's a hidden shelf under the bed or anything like that, that'd be enough. The culprit is hiding somewhere, waiting for us to leave. The culprit is also trapped in this closed room even now, which means that at this very moment, the culprit is still hiding in the servant room, holding her breath. And that means... what the hell? Even though we've been tortured by closed room 3 times, at this very moment we actually got the culprit in checkmate.
ようやく見えてきたぜ。くらえベアト。不詳要求。この部屋には俺たち以外の誰もいない。俺たちってのは俺、ジョージの兄貴、マリア、ローザおばさん、ゲンジさん、ゴーダさん、シャノンちゃんのことだぜ。どうだ、言えねえだろ。ほうほう。痛えとこ疲れただろ。
Oh, I actually got a hit. I actually didn't thought about that, something like that. I don't know how they're all hiding in this room, but if they are, then it's all the second closed room, Jessica's room, at the same time. Finally caught her by the tail. With these I can explain everything. Witches don't exist, and I don't have to suspect anyone. Alright, starting on, I'll spin it all around. Don't I'll ever repeat that. There we go. I knew it. I knew it.
Fuck.
お前たちの定義とは、バトラー、ジョージ、マリア、ローザ、ゲンジ、ゴーダ、シャノンのことを指す。ジェシカの部屋に話を。
Even this dim chain is a fuck you to Butler. It's definitely that.
ジェシカの死体発見時、バトラー、ジョージ、マリア、ローザ、ゲンジ、ゴーダ、シャノン、熊沢、南條のみだった。おっと、死体のジェシカももちろん含む。
I mean, yeah, but...
よって、ジェシカの部屋の件、そしてこの使用人室の件の両方について、そなたが認識していた以外の人間は、誰も隠れていない。さらに言おう、扉は鍵を使用せずに、外から施錠する方法は存在しない。窓については、外からはいかなる方法でも、
Okay, even my reasoning from earlier goes away.
It's gone
Okay.
out of the window.
Literally.
そなたは無能だ。
Oh god.
Okay,
I love Beatrice so much.
Okay, this is funnier than I could have. You are incompetent in red, so it means it's true. Even the laugh is in red.
バカ野郎。それじゃ本当にせっかく思いついたのに。お前が隠れていたんなら全て説明がついたのに、トリックを打ち破れたと思ったってのに。
It's useless, it's useless, it's all useless. For a second I thought I had it. Was all useless. Damn it. So sure that I'd finally seen her through her. There's a double comma there. It's a mistake.
Oh, oh well. Typo.
That I'd seen how she distracted me with her clever red wordplay and fooled me. It's when I thought that I'd found a light in the darkness. It disappeared. Just disappeared. Swallowed up by a blood red sea. Red. Red.
God damn it,
Red.
Butler.
Red. No one is hiding, and there's no hidden door, and no way to get past the door or the window while they're locked. It was just proven that it's all impossible. As the devil proof being fulfilled. With a frontal attack? Possible. That's impossible.
どうしたのだ、後ろ宮バトラー。魔女を否定する気で満々だったじゃない。そんなところで這いつくばって、悔しい涙を絞り出してどうしたんだ。ああ、それはとっても素敵な方法。わらわを笑い転げさせて、笑い涙の海で溺れ殺してやろうというのは確かに素敵。実はそうなんだろう。わらわを笑って笑って笑い殺してやろうって手なんだろう。
Okay.
後ろ宮バトラー。
She's spelling it basically.
何か魔法だ。魔女なんて絶対に否定してやる。お前なんて絶対に信じない。魔法の力でみんなを面白半分にいじめ殺してるなんて絶対に認めね
え。なあバトラー、いじめすぎて悪かった。
Yeah, very sorry.
チ
Yeah.
ェス盤をひっくり、お前に代わってお前側の最善手を教えてやるよ。聞きたい？
Surrender.
ふざけんな。聞きたくねえ聞きたくね
ジェシカの部屋のそなたは実に良いところをついていたのだぞ。隠れてやり過ごそうとした。これは実にいい着眼だった。だがなぜそれをカノンと19人目のわらわに。そうか、隠れてやり過ごすの、隠れてが邪魔だったから考えが至らなかったか。ほーら、もうわかるだろう。
Waiting got in the way, which one? Eh?
He doesn't want to suspect any of his family members, right? So she's saying, you were so focused on me and Canon
That could have been
that
a...
you began building castles in the air.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting, but...
So I'm now barring you from not suspecting one of your family members, basically.
Mm-hmm.
ジェシカだよ、ジェシカ。
Jessica were the culprit. A first lady could have been easily constructed. She killed Canon-kun and carried him off somewhere. Then she played dead and let us walk by. Didn't they check her pulse or something? Didn't they check Jessica's pulse to confirm she was dead?
I think Nanjo did.
Yeah, so play dead and no heartbeat, kinda hard to do.
Also, pretty sure that Beatrice also said that Jessica is dead in red.
Yeah. But that's ridiculous. Dr. Andra definitely confirmed that she was dead. Okay, yeah. So was Dr. Andra an accomplice too? That's wrong. Also confirmed that Jessica was dead. Of course, I've never examined the corpse before, but she was definitely dead. I think she was dead. Not as probably sure, definitely. What I thought, but certainly... Wait. She was dead. She was dead.
ジェシカもグルなのよ。そして検視をした何
Everyone is on it if we listen to you, Beatrice. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Now you're just playing with Butler because you can.
ならば第三の密室など茶番だろうが。
Yeah, then it's simple. Dr. Nandri was on it, so in other words, he's on the culprit's side, which means he was never dead in the first place? We thought his body disappeared after he was killed, but what if he was never in the servant room to begin with? So if Sawa-chan disappeared with him, doesn't mean she's in... Everyone's into... What the heck? That's not all, that's not all! The Sarans all agreed to keep to that story, Genji-san and Godo-san, and even Shannon-chan was also into it. Then, the one who stole the key from Maria's handbag was Jessica. No, it could have been okay, no, it's... Okay, it doesn't make any sense.
Butler is spiraling.
Butler lost it. Butler lost it. Yeah. After all, if Shannon-chan is on the culprit side, that automatically makes George and Nikki on the culprit side. Wait a second. Just wait a second. They're all wolves. They're all wolves. Not only am I drawing an ocean of bright red blood, there are a pack of wolves clambering on the banks, whose blazing eyes tell me that they'll eat me if I crawl out. Which way should I die? Should I deny everything and drown in a bright red sea? Or should I learn the truth and have my whole body chewed by bits by the wolves? It's either one hell or the other. I can't choose. Gah! Can't scream very loud for now.
だからこそわらわがさあ後ろ宮バトラーひざまずけ。
It's in red.
そして永遠の忠誠を誓ってわらわの靴を舐めるがいい。
She's kinda...
わらわを認めれば全ての謎に決着がつく。 わらわの力をもってすればどのような密室も生み出せ、そして打ち破れる。バトラー、力ある者に屈服する喜びに身を委ねたくはない。
これはレクイエムだ。I think you got the reference here.
Yes.
It's Gold Experience Requiem, this one that's going on here.
そなたはわらわの一番のお気に入りの家具にしてやるよ。そなたを愛して愛して灰になるまでわらわの玩具にし
Very sane, yes.
Extremely.
Okay, how do you get out of that butler now?
これではっきりしたわ。もう疑いようもない。
はと言いますと。
あなたたちが死んだという二人はここにいない。そしてベアトリーチェからの手紙があり、親切にも死体はもうそういうことよ。もう茶番は飽き飽きしたわ。
As Antoras yelled this, she looked at all of us with a first expression.
茶番ってどういう意味ですか？
私はジェシカちゃんの部屋で信用できるのは自分自身と死体となって見つかった者以外いないってね。そして死体が見つからない以上、あの二人が殺されたことを認めるわけにはいかない。
待ってください、ローザおばさん。
Hi Pamela, hello, welcome.
Hi, hi.
Also vibing, I see.
それはどういう意味ですか？
南條先生と熊沢さんは死んでないわ。殺されたということにして、この屋敷のどこかに隠れている。
You're very synchronized. Not at all, but okay. No, actually we are. On the opposite side, but we are.
私たちを襲うためにね。
なんでそんなことがわかるんですか？ゴーダさんたちが嘘をついていると言うんですか？
ローザ様、このゴーダ、いえ、後ろ宮家使用人一同、誓ってそのようなことはいたしません。
あなたたちは南條先生たちでも死体がない以上、それを信じるわけにはいかないわ。
And what about the blood though? Is that also made up?
あなたたちが口裏を合わせてそういう嘘をついている可能性があるもの。あなたたちの無実を信じる方法はちゃんとある。南條先生と熊沢さんの遺体が見つかることよ。それが見つかったら私はあなたたちの話を聞いてみようという話にも。でも見つからない限りあなたたちは狼。あんたも黄金に目がくらんであの魔女に買収されたんでしょ。そんなに金が欲しい？
You are saying that? You are saying that? The one that said that wants a lot of money right now?
I know.
そうなんでしょう。一生遊んで暮らしたいの？そんな人生に何の価値があるのよ。
ローザ様、私たちはそんな。
黙りなさい。そしてシャノン、それ以上近づかないで。10年も恩を受けながらそれをあだで返すなんて、容赦なく引き金を引くわよ。
そんなのってひどすぎます。
ローザおばさん、それは暴言だ。
I would like to pinpoint that Butler's not speaking right now.
この部屋で殺人が起こった。そして犯人が死体を持ち去った。彼女たちはそれを正直に申告しているだけだ。
Sharon finally broke down into tears. She has sacrificed 10 years to the Ushimiya family. She has sacrificed 10 of the most brilliant years of her life. She believed that she'd build up a friendly relationship with Rosa. And this is what she got in return. You can kill a person without using a knife. I didn't have to be Georgia Nikki to realize that Shannon-chan had been stabbed in the heart. She was shedding tears like blood.
シャノンさん、下がって。ローザ様、確かにこのゴーダはお勤めして日も浅く、信用を勝ち得ていないのはわかります。しかし、せめてシャノンさんだけでも信じて彼女は10年間も後ろ宮家に奉仕を捧げてまいりました。このゴーダを信じろとは申しません。せめてシャノンさんだけでも信じてやっていただくわけには参りませんか。
But even I don't understand anymore. I don't understand. We can't search for an answer without suspecting them. Yeah, bit by bit, I'm starting to understand. It's because we've been searching elsewhere. That's why everything keeps going wrong. We don't need an answer. These are all strange murders committed with bizarre magic by the 19th person, the witch Beatrice, in accordance with some creepy ceremony. Isn't that enough? I don't want to suspect anyone anymore. Shannon-chan and Goda-san were protesting their innocence, Alf cried. Genji-san is quietly put a stop to that.
よしなさい。ローザ様の言うことはもっともだ。死体を見つけない限り、南條先生と熊沢の無実は。
That's right. Barrosa-san's argument, if the corpses can't be found, then the innocence of those people can be proven. But that only counted for the corpses. Even if the survivors searched the mansion and found the corpses, in the end, their own innocence would never be proven. They kidnapped Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san, killed them in another place, and locked the closed room with their own master keys. Unless the closed room could be broken by a method other than one, it would be impossible to prove their innocence. But that couldn't be done. They only have one chance to prove their innocence. That can only happen if they meet with the culprit, become corpses, and are then reunited with Aunt Rosa. Isn't that strange? They're innocent if they die, but guilty as long as they're alive, just like a witch trial. Oh right, the enemies of witch. So everything's cool, is that it?
Oh, Butler.
We definitely lost Butler, by the way.
私どもを信用されるもされないもたとえどのようなご評価をいただこうとも最後の時までお務めを続けるのみでございます。
あなたは本当に使用人のお父様が心を許すのもよくわかるわ。そんなあなたまで疑わなくてはならないなんて。
He just stuck his hand into his pocket and pulled out a master key. Then he set it on a nearby table.
私は信頼の証としてそれを失ったならこれをお返しするのは当然かと思います。
それはいい判断ね。今日何度もあなたたちが疑われてきた最大の根拠、それを手放せば疑いが晴らせるのではないかというのはまあ悪いことじゃないと思うわ。
二人とも。
Genji-san looked at Goda-san and Chano-chan. Then nodded and set their own master keys on the table. Aunt Rosa laid the two master keys that had come out of the envelope on top. With that, all 5 master keys were gathered in this place. In other words, this was proof that all of the servants' service today had been negated, with even the final honor that should have been permitted stripped from them.
マリア、その手提げを貸しなさい。
Aunt Rosa snatched Maria's handbag, thrust the master key in there, and held up one of them for all to see. She was showing us that she now had all the master keys.
これで満足かい。ローザおばさん。これでマスターキーはローザおばさんが持つものだけだ。これで満足なんだろう。
ええ、満足よ。たとえ全員が信用できなくても、私は私自身だけを信用することができる。
What if we don't trust you, though?
そ
The
の
fuck
私
you,
が
I suppose I have the
銃の
gun.
マスターキー
Yeah.
を独占できた。これで私はもう誰も疑わずに、あなたたちも嬉しいでしょ。これでもう疑われずに済む。
Oh, it's the delicious laugh. At that time, Maria was alone, seemed to be watching these to our show, sneer at her mother. Androsa reacted nervously to that laugh and turned around.
鍵なんか関係ないよ。ベアトリーチェは魔法で扉を開けられる。鍵なんていらない。そんなもの誰が持っていたって持っていなくたって関係ないんだよ。
その笑い方をやめなさいっていつも言ってるでしょ。なーに、バトラ君。
It just cut between the two of them. No, that's not it. I was on my knee and hugging Maria's head. I was crying.
もうよしてくれよ、ローザおばさん。マリアが正しかったんだ。
何を言っているの。
マリア、疑って悪かった。信じなくて悪かった。
バトラ、
全部魔女の仕業だ。魔女の仕業だ。トリックとかミスとか。ただベアトリーチェっていう魔女が実在して本当に魔女だっただけだ。それも俺は信じなかったから、こんなにも苦しくて。
Why is this text so fast?
悲しくて。
バトラはベアトリーチェを
ああ、信じる。ベアトリーチェはいるんだ。そして不思議な魔法を使う。
バトラ、
I nearly gave my hand, and then she was the one holding my head.
それでいいんだよ。バトラ、ベアトリーチェはいたの。バトラがなかなかそれを信じられなかったから魔女はいるの。いる。もうすぐ来る。バトラはベアトを信じてくれたから、きっと黄金鏡へもうすぐだから、もう何も怖くない。怖くないよ。マリアと一緒にお手手をつないで一緒に非分の謎を考えよう。ベアトの問題を考えよう。ベアトは最初から言ってる。この問題を解いて遊ぼうとしか言ってないよ。
So they're basically saying it doesn't matter if you solve the murder, you just have to solve the puzzle and that's it?
To stop Beatrice, you need to solve the puzzle.
ああ、
That's what she's saying.
犯人探しなんて全くの時間の無駄だったんだ。俺たちはただ魔女を信じればよかったんだ。
After gently brushing my cheek, as my tears kept dripping down, Maria kissed my forehead as soft as a feather. For just that instant, Maria's smile, which at once seemed creepy to me, looked that of an angel.
マスターキーはお返ししましたが、私どもの後宮家の100前は以後、お許しがない限り立ち入りどうかローザ様も客間を内側より施錠なさってく。
本当に殊勝な人ね。台風が過ぎ去ってこの島に再び海猫の鳴き声が戻って
They said the title. They said it. They said the theme.
Said it.
私たちは再び互いを信頼し合えるのかしら。
もし再びの信頼を賜えるのでしたら、これに。
そうね。私たちは必ず分かり合えるわ。海猫の鳴く頃に。
They said it again.
この部屋は警察が来るまでこのままにした方が良いでしょう。ローザ様、施錠をお願いいたします。私たちは厨房何かございましたらいつでも。
ありがとう。 あなたが狼だったな。なんてシャーシャーとのたまうのか。そしてあなたが羊だ。あなたを狼の檻に放り出して。ごめん。
家具は家に運命を委ねます。命を落とすことになろうとも。それはとても光栄なことです。
できることならば、あなたたちが台風が過ぎ去るまで、これはすべて台風が奏でる暴風と降雨の競争曲。演奏が終われば幕が下り、私たちは再び手を取り合えるに違いない。海猫の泣く頃に。
Monterosa nodded in response. Genji turned on his heels. He left the servant room. Godasan's face was still streaked with tears. And maybe he'd managed to sort out his feeling and as he listened to Genji-san's word. His face had been truly shameful. But he had returned to the face of the Goda-san we knew well.
私も厨房に控えております。何かございましたらいつでもご用命ください。温かい食事をお望みでしたらいつでもこのゴーダ最高のお料理を用意させていただきます。
ありがとう。あなたには明日の朝食を頼みたいわ。明日の昼前には船も来るでしょう。今までありがとう。六軒島で唯一の楽しみがあなたの食事だった。
かしこまりました。このゴーダ最高の朝食を用意いたします。どうか明日の朝を楽しみにしてください。
ありがとう。シャノンちゃんも明日の朝に美味しいコーヒーを飲みながら。ジョージ君。
僕も彼らと一緒に行く。
いいんです。どうか客間にお戻りになってください。もうマスターキーは他に。だからローザ様とご一緒に客間にいれば誰にも
そうね。そういうことになってる。客間に私と一緒にいるのが客観的に考えて一番安全だと思うわ。でも無理に一緒にいるとは。ジョージ君はジョージ君の安全だと思う場所に。ジョージ君ももう大人だもん。明日の朝までどこで誰と過ごそうと自由だもの。
そうさ。僕は誰と夜を過ごすか決める。
兄貴。
バトラ君はローザおばさんと客間にいるんだ。きっとそれが一番。客間の外はそれに比べたら安全ではないと思う。ならそんな場所にいる彼女を。
俺は決してシャノンちゃんや他の使用人を、いや誰かを疑ってるわけじゃないんだ。誰も疑いたくないんだ。遺産？黄金？そんなのくだらねえじゃねえかよ。そんなので殺し合いなんてあるわけねえじゃねえかよ。
バトラ君の心が美しいことは僕が一番知っている。誰も君を責めない。誰も。
兄貴。
大丈夫。バトラはマリアが守る。マリアと一緒ならベアトリーチェでも手出しできない。
Well, actually that may be true, because for what we've seen, Beatrice never actually put Maria in danger.
だってマリアはちっちゃくても魔女だもの。
マリアちゃん、バトラ君をよろしく。さあ、シャノン。
はい。
I'm just going to say that I just realized where we are in terms of chapter. In terms of chapter.
Okay.
You're not ready.
Okay, should I be scared?
明日の朝まで許さなくてもいい。でも明日の朝になったらもう一度謝らせて。はい、
ありがとうございます。
Journey and Shannon-chan left the servant room together. Now only Maria, Aunt Rosa, and I were left in this disgusting blood-stained room. Until Genji-san disappeared, until Goda-san disappeared, until Giorgio, Nikki, and Shannon-chan disappeared, we stood there, shocked. After their presence and their footsteps had completely disappeared, Rosa giggled, as if she just remembered something pleasant.
何も信用できないわよ。
The heck?
家具どもが。
That
One-
was all a farce.
That one sentence made me choke.
なんでそんなことを言うんだよ。
Oh, these
マスター
again?
キーは5つで全部。そんなの誰が信じるの？どうせ複製の鍵があるに決まってるのよ。彼らが懐から鍵を出したくらいで信用なんかできるものか。
そりゃあねえぜ。その鍵を置いたってのはよ。谷あんた彼らの今日までの苦労を全て台無しにして怪我して踏みつけて、その挙句としてその鍵を手放させたんだぜ。その捨て台詞はなんだよ。ここまでしてみせてなおまだ信用できないってのか。あんまりだぜ、あんまりだぜそんなのって。
悪魔の証明なのよ。マスターキーは全部で5つ。そんなこと証明不能なのよ。
Well, Virginia said that
Only-
in red, so it's true.
Yes, but Rosa doesn't know that.
Yeah, I know, man.
That's outside.
I know.
マスターキーが5つあることはここに置けば示せる。でも5つ以上存在しないこと、そんなことは悪魔か魔女にしか証明できないのよ。
There we go.
You say?
I mean,
Oh, that's still him. Okay.
もうやめてくれ、もうやめて頼むよベアトリーチェ。今すぐ現れてくれ。そしてローザおばさんに赤でマスターキーは5本しかないって言って頼むよ。5丁だよ。悪魔にしか証明できないんだよ。魔女頼むからベアト。ここに現れてローザおばさんにマスターキーはそれで全部だから。もうみんな
マスターキーは5本し、マスターキーは5本しかない。
Oh.
これはどうしたことか。わらわがいくら口にしてもローザに届かぬ。どうやらわらわの存在を否定している奴が後ろ宮バートラ。
認めるよ。お前はいる確かにいる。
Did he actually surrender now?
だから5章だよ。
apparently.
もうやめて、もうやめて。
I can't
言葉
feel
だ
a
けでは
little bit
届かぬ
sorry.
ぞ。態度で示せ。わらわの家具になると心からできる服を脱げ。裸になるんだよ。そして両手をついて地に生え。着衣は霊長にのみ認められた証。貴様は今から家具になるんだよ。だからその資格を失う。当然のこと。そしてひざまずけよ。わらわの靴にできるか。できるんだよな。そうしたら現れてやるよ。赤で言ってやる。マスターキーは5本しかないってローザ。ああ、でも分かってる。それでもいいんだよ。十分なんだよ。ちょっとグラーってきただろ。靴を舐めてもいいかって一瞬思っただろ。すぐにそれを否定して自分を恥じただろう。その表情が見れるだけで最高。
Oh, she's having lots of fun, I see.
ざまねえ顔だよ。鏡で見てみろよ。裸になって靴を舐めてる最低なお前が映ってるぜ。見えるかよ、後ろ宮バトル。
Oh. Okay. I have
I love
no...
the way she's written.
You
I
love-
love her so much. I love the way she's written.
Oh, yeah. No. She's written so well. And also, I have no idea where this is gonna go right now.
I'm just going to say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know that I don't particularly like this chapter already. Okay. There is a reason for everything that you're saying and that you're going to see, but I can't tell you why.
Okay.
Even though you might think that something doesn't make sense, it does.
This
it's
is
just that I agree that this is not particularly great to see.
okay.
Let's just say
This
that.
is for something that still have to happen.
Yes.
Okay.
It kind of already happened. Halfway already happened. But I can't tell you specifically because it's going to.
Okay.
それが真相だというのかい？
If we stay quite a bit, we could be able to finish chapter 2.
How much is quite a bit?
I would say more than an hour. I don't think it's going to be less than that.
Okay.
There are 3 scenes that I certainly remember.
Okay, so...
And of course the last one is extremely long.
Okay. So, what would you suggest?
Let me check. My suggestion is I'm going to check on a playthrough.
Okay. Makes sense.
Just give me a second.
Don't worry.
Okay. Let me see if it's over here. Okay. Getting near, but okay. I think this is where we are right now. Okay.
Yeah.
1 hour, 2 hours, and oh no, wait, almost 3. Okay, next time.
Okay. So would you
I
suggest...
told you it's long.
Okay, so you'd suggest stopping here? That's what you pinpoint? What you're saying, or not?
Yeah, I mean, we could continue a little bit, but there's not going to be an extremely good place to stop from now until the end.
There isn't gonna be, or there is gonna be.
Oh, well, let's stop here.
Okay, no, it's you that knows the game. It's you that know the game. I have no idea.
Let's just say that from now until the end is the best part of the chapter, to me at least.
Okay, so maybe it's better to do it all at once.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, we can continue next. Don't worry, I'm asking because I have no idea. That's why.
You must trust me.
I only can trust you. That's all I can do. So, okay, what I want to say now is, at this is the moment where Butler accept the existence of Beatrice as a witch. Okay, but so what's gonna happen now? Because the whole point of this was you have to prove that all the stuff that I do, I can do it without magic.
Would you like an answer?
No.
Even
No. I don't answer. So the thing is, for what I think it's gonna happen is, could be that Butter decided to solve the riddle, the epitaph, instead of proving that the teacher doesn't exist at this point. But is she gonna accept that? I mean, could be, because she's like, oh yeah, let's play another game. Honestly, I would see that. I would honestly see that happening. Other thing is, if it's not that, what the heck is gonna happen? Because at this point, I thought it was gonna be a loop. Each chapter was gonna be a loop over everything. So if it's not like that, there's not gonna be more loops. So I have no idea what's gonna happen. So
we'll see next week.
Also, let me check something. At what moment we are?
We don't know. We don't have the corpses.
Oh, right.
But we can count.
I mean, we
okay,
are...
the first 6. Canon and Jessica.
Yeah, it's the 2 who are close, of course.
Okay. Those who remain, okay.
That happened. That's what just happened, basically. Those who remain shall praise my noble name, I think. Because at this point it is...
Head and chest are Nanjo and Kumosawa.
Yeah.
So 3 more.
1, 2, and 3. Yeah. I mean, we don't really know if Nanjo Kumosawa had a chat, but we can assume, since...
We can just count the number of people who,
you can just count.
Become sacrifices.
So there's gonna be 2 more. Yeah, and then it's gonna be the 9th Twilight that we shall revive, and the 10th Twilight, except okay. So I still have no idea what this means.
You're not going to have
I
an
still have
idea until the game explains it to you.
no idea.
Unfortunately, no. It's literally impossible for us to solve it.
One thing I want to ask, when they talk about, is this a metaphor, metaphorically speaking, like the Sweet Fish River, or it's more literal, like when they say my beloved hometown, it's literally that?
It's not literal. It's a metaphor.
Okay.
But the unfortunate problem is that, for example, we lack information on hometown.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And if you don't know the hometown, you could kinda imagine the Sweetfish River running through, but there's a bunch of things that are kanji related.
That's what I suppose it was happening, because it was like, could it be that here we are missing some kanji that's a word could be read as something else and something like that?
Not. I don't remember if that is in.
But maybe it got multiple meanings or stuff.
Maybe question mark. Honestly, I don't remember that part.
Okay, well, still.
But just know that we are both missing information, and when we get the information, we lack the kanji knowledge that we need to actually solve it ourselves.
Okay.
It's pretty complicated.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Generally.
I can imagine. Is it solvable? If it was in Japanese and if we both knew how to read and all of that, would it be easier?
Yes.
Okay.
Not easier in the meaning that we would have the knowledge to solve it. Not easier because it's still a pretty complicated thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying if we knew Japanese perfectly, we would have been able to solve it. I was just saying, would it be just even a little bit easier? Would it be? It's still something.
You would be able to start at least.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we are missing. I see.
Exactly.
Sadly,
it's just unfortunate on our side.
Sadly, for this stuff, there's something that you definitely lose in translation.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And it's really a shame, but it is like that.
Personally, I would say that it's not the most important part of the whole thing, personally, but it would still be cool to be able to solve it ourselves, especially when the game is constantly saying, you must solve the epitaph, you must solve the epitaph, you must solve the epitaph.
No, but it makes sense. It would be cool, yes, but not really possible to do. But I do agree with that. I do understand.
There's I mean this I can tell. There's going to be a point where the game gives you
some hints.
The entire answer.
The entire answer.
And
okay.
When it begins giving you the answer, you can stop and try to understand the rest of the thing.
Okay. Okay. No.
But it's
I
still extremely complicated.
No. Okay.
That I'm going to tell.
Okay. It is understandable. Okay. I think we can go now. Thank you everyone for being here. Next stream will be in 2 days, and it's gonna be the end of the TTRPG. The end of the story. It's gonna be also Offie there. And I'm gonna be very evil and kill everyone at the end since I'm the dungeon master. Yeah,
no,
sorry.
No, I'm going to heal everyone.
Not gonna happen.
No, it's going to happen.
No.
You gave me these powers. I need to use them.
What if I disable them? I gave you those powers. I can take them back if I want.
Oh no, you can delete them from my character sheet.
Yes, I can. I can do that actually. I have that power. Everyone, sorry guys, spoilers. Everyone dies in the end.
Oh no.
Everyone. It's not like the bad guys win. Everyone dies, and that's it.
Oh, just everyone dies.
Everyone.
Okay.
Literally everyone. Spoilers. Or whatever.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, by the way. Even you, yes, even me. But in real life, yes.
No, you are there. You're actually there, so...
I can't do with you as easily as I made you. Yes, exactly. I gave you those power, I can take them back. Even us? Yes, even you. Everyone dies. When I say everyone, I mean everyone.
The entire existence.
The entire existence, and even even the existence we don't know about, they all stop existing. Everything.
Sure.
Okay. You accept your fate with your open arms.
No.
Okay. Well, at least you accept it. Okay.
No, it's not Homestuck. It's not Homestuck. There's no Burb in here. No,
I would say that the world ends with you. Huh?
Bye everyone, it has been nice being here playing Umineko. Next time we're going to end chapter 2 in a flash.
Yeah.
In 3 hours.
In 3 hours. I mean,
in 3 hours.
We played 2 hours and a half now, so it could be possible to finish it next time.
I promise you, when we get to the last part, that's not going to be long.
Oh, just because
also,
I'm pretty sure if we get to the last part, I'm gonna click as fast as I can.
I think I also counted. Yup. Okay. I counted a bit more than necessary, but of course, because there's the tea party. After
yeah,
that.
of course.
So I counted the tea party.
The tea
So
party
let's
could
say...
be done after that. Yeah, same
Exactly.
after that. So,
So
yeah.
the tea party is roughly 45 minutes.
It's not that much
So
then.
the actual game is going to be maybe 2 hours and some 20 minutes.
Yeah, we can definitely finish it next time. Makes sense to stop here. Even more sense to stop here at this point.
Mhm.
Good old times are waiting in the next part. Oh yeah, I can't imagine. Okay, people.
Finally, in the next week, I can finally make you listen to that single soundtrack that I've been talking about for
Okay.
the last, I don't know, 8 months, ever since starting Omori.
Yeah, like 1 year. Okay, I see.
Yeah, finally.
Okay, people. Thank you everyone for being here. We're gonna read Tori. She's drawing. She's drawing Minto, actually. You know?
Ooh.
Made Mint.
Yeah.
She's gonna have she's gonna be in an expo with her, actually. Her group is gonna be with her.
Ooh.
Yep. Okay, thank you for being here. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys Wednesday because you know, everyone's gonna die. Bye.
Bye.
I'll see you in a pixel bit. I forgot to say that. Bye. Don't laugh.